Good morning, students. Now let us continue the next topic of aromatic hydrocarbons. We are now discussing about preparation of benzene. So how we have to prepare this benzene. So the first method is from ethyne. Ethyne, that is cyclic polymerization. I have discussed you this one when I discussed about alkynes, right? Alkynes, that is ethyne under cyclic polymerization combines to form. Wait a minute, I'll show you. This is what already I have explained. So here, ethyne monomer units undergo cyclic polymerization to give you benzene under the catalyst and little temperature. So this is the best method of preparation of our benzene. So I'm not repeating the reaction again. Hope you can write from there. Just you need to write 3 molecules of ethyne, then iron temperature, catalyst and temperature and benzene. That's it. Then second one is from aromatic aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic acids, salts of, make a note. So from salts of aromatic acids. What is that salt of aromatic acid? Let me take benzoic acid. Salt of benzoic acid I should take, right? Because I am taking salt, right? COO minus. May I call Na plus or COO-Na? This we have taken even in alkane preparation. So this one on heating with a base like NaOH. Heating means I can write as calcium oxide and I can write as a symbol, delta symbol, and this give you my benzene. Because I want benzene, right? So I take substituent benzene, I am removing it. So I am getting my benzene target molecule. And here NO2CO3, or finally what is happening from here to here, this Na is anyway, the salt is going off, but the main product is the CO2 is eliminated from the reactant, right? Therefore I call this one as decarboxylation reaction. Yes, I also call this one as decarboxylation because carbon dioxide has been removed. Decarboxylation, the carbon dioxide has been removed. And the third method of preparation is from reduction. From reduction of phenol. What do you mean by reduction? Addition of hydrogen, right? So phenol. What is phenol? Onto the benzene ring. If you have OH group, I call this one as phenol. This one on reduction with zinc metal or zinc dust we say, and little heating, it will remove OH and adds one H. So it is removing OH and adding an H. Therefore I call it to be reduction because hydrogen is added. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction. So this is the preparation of benzene. Then coming to the properties. So what are the different properties we will discuss? So properties of benzene or aromatic hydrocarbons, right? Properties. Under properties, first we discuss about the physical property. Physical properties. So what are the physical properties? How they are look like, how their solid or physical state and all, right? So here this is the first one. These are non-polar compounds. Aromatic hydrocarbons are non-polar, therefore that means no polarity, minus positive charges won't be there, therefore they are not soluble in water. Like dissolves like water is a polar compound, therefore they are non-polar, therefore not soluble in water or soluble in organic solvents we can say. And on heating they produces sooty flame. Sooty flame what? Like coal. charring will happen onto if you take little compound and a spatula and just heat it a burner, then it will give you a black color flame, black color you can see, that is called sooty, right? Flame anyway it will be there, but poga antaru kada, poga vastundi. So that happened because these aromatic hydrocarbons have more number of carbons. If you see the molecular formula, C6H6, equal number of carbons and less number of hydrogens, whereas alkynes also have little more number of hydrogens, right? So these are and they have colorless, characteristic smell, right? These are all aroma we said, right? Characteristic smell they have, right? Aroma means smell, sweet smelling, right? These are the simple properties of the physical properties of the benzene. Then coming to the chemical properties. What are the different chemical properties it will have? So what are chemical properties means what? It will undergo some change in their chemical composition by reacting with some different substituents, right? So first one, there are only three, but only one is important, I'll tell you. So first one is addition reactions. Addition reaction. And second one is oxidation, and the last one is electrophilic substitution reaction. Though I am saying addition reaction, they are not common. Though I am saying oxidation, not that common. Only under a special condition, these two reactions will take place. Right? Let me write here. Addition, oxidation, and electrophilic substitution reactions. Electrophilic substitution. But again I am saying these two only under drastic conditions, under special conditions. Okay, drastic conditions only. But these are very, very, very famous reactions will be taken up by the benzene. Why this is not taking place? Addition reaction. Though it is contains double bond, that is not a true double bond. We know it. In the last class only we explained that the double bond is continuously rotating. Therefore, it is not stable and it will not undergo addition reactions we said. Addition reactions means that double bond has to participate in the reaction. But whereas in benzene, the double bonds are completely rotating. So if they are rotating, they are not available for the reaction. Therefore, we need special condition or more drastic conditions to undergo that reaction. So that's why I am saying, though I am discussing about these two reactions, they are very in special conditions only, not common I mean to say. But these are very, very common reactions. Okay, let us continue first with addition reaction. Right, first one, addition of what? H2. H2 means hydrogenation. So addition of halogens, H2, whatever we have studied for the alkynes, right? So benzene. If you consider the benzene has 3 double bond lights, and each double bond takes how many molecules of hydrogen? 1 molecule of hydrogen. Under what conditions? It require a catalyst and some temperature, right? Then these molecules will add on to it. Hydrogen molecules add on to it and removal of double bonds takes place. Thereby, I will get my unsaturated cyclic system, right? I mean saturated. This unsaturated to saturated. That means each carbon is taking one hydrogen. See here, may I write like this? Though I am writing like this, does this carbon has only 1 hydrogen? No, it has 2 hydrogens, right? Actually, it has 1 more also. But this is already present because benzene I am writing means each carbon is having 1 hydrogen already, right? So, one benzene, each carbon has 1 hydrogen. When I am adding 1 molecule of H2, this removes 1 bond and gives 1 hydrogen here. So that's why already hydrogens I am not writing. Newly added hydrogens I am writing. So like this I can say. Or if without writing anything also I can say. And what would be the name of this one? Cyclohexane. Right? Hex because of 6 carbons. Cyclo because it's cyclic system. Ane because it's saturated system. Right? So this is formed. Similarly, one more addition reaction. Benzene. Halogenation have you heard? Remember? See here, benzene on reaction with 3 chlorines in the presence of sunlight or temperature, it will give you 6 chlorines added onto it. See, again I am saying this is very uncommon, unusual reaction, but under high temperatures only it will take. This I call now as hexachlorobenzene. Okay, sorry, benzene hexachloride. Benzene hexachloride. Please don't write benzene hexachloride, that is different. Onto the benzene, if 6 chlorines are there, then I call it to be benzene hexachloride. So this is actually generally people used to do. This is, though it is now not benzene, but still we call it to be benzene hexachloride, common name. But IUPAC name, what you can call? What is actually IUPAC name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexachlorocyclohexane is the IUPAC name, but commonly called as BHC, benzene hexachloride, because on reaction with benzene forms hexachloride, like that. Maybe it has got the common name. It is common name, but again it is very famous. You need to remember. It is not hexachlorobenzene, but it is benzene hexachloride, means this one. Hexachlorobenzene means I can write onto the benzene all 6 chlorines, right? But now here this carbon has 1 hydrogen already and 1 chlorine, 1 hydrogen and 1 chlorine. If I write all chlorines here, then what it would be? No hydrogens here. That has all hydrogens have been replaced and chlorines have been substituted. But not. I am removing the double bonds and adding the chlorines. That means already hydrogen, whatever is present, is still there in the benzene. That means cyclic system. So hydrogens are there and now newly added chlorine has come, right? Therefore this compound is called benzene hexachloride. This is also called as gemaxine. Right? Ants repellent, like ants kosam pedtaru kada, gemaxine, that is. Okay. So this is benzene hexachloride, addition reactions, right? Number 2. So what is the number 2? Oxidation reaction. Oxidation means what? Addition of oxygen. Yeah. Now coming to the oxidation reactions, what we have learnt, that is, may I write? Open like bond structure of benzene, right? So this is your bond structure of benzene. Now this one on reaction with ozone, then what would be the product formed? I said no, in the beginning of the aromatic hydrocarbons we discussed that benzene on reaction with ozone, triozonide has been formed. Then again, which has been on zinc hydrolysis, what it would give? It will break and it has given zinc H2O, and it has given 3 molecules of like this compound. You can write mechanism for this and try out how this has been formed. So this is a formed product. Clear? Benzene on reaction with ozone, it has formed 3 molecules of glyceraldehyde. This is called glyceraldehyde. Actually it is not given in your textbook. I am searching whether it is given in your textbook or not. No, in textbook only he has given addition reactions of H2. Okay, second reaction, that is oxidation. We can call reaction of this reactant in the presence of air or oxygen is called as combustion. So BUSTION, C6H6, when reacted with oxygen molecule, it gives you carbon dioxide and water. This is the combustion products. Combustion means heat, burning the compound in the presence of oxygen, complete burning, complete breakdown to form carbon dioxide and water is called combustion reaction, right? Actually if you want moles here, 15/2 and 6 carbon dioxide molecules, 3 water molecules is coming. It seems. Just don't worry about the ratio, this one, moles. Just you can remember that benzene on reaction with oxygen will give rise to carbon dioxide and water. This is called your combustion reaction, right? So 2 reactions over. Then third reaction. Third reaction is what I said. electrophilic substitution reactions. Please, very important reaction. At least you have to remember what is the name of that reaction and what are the reagents, what is the product. So in this again we have 5 different reactions. One is nitration. Name itself will indicate, don't worry, I'm not making you afraid, just try to remember. Nitration. Nitration means in benzene, substitution I'm saying. Substitution means one atom has to be replaced with the other atom. That means substituted by the other atom, isn't it? Therefore, for example, if I write benzene, this one on reaction with nitrating mixture called concentrated H2SO4 and concentrated HNO3, it will form this product. What is called? What is the name of this compound? Nitrobenzene. Because we should say substituent first, followed by benzene. That is our nomenclature rule. So this is nitrobenzene. How it has been formed? See here. You can imagine one hydrogen here. Because here also hydrogen. But in this carbon something happened. Therefore I am representing this. Okay. So this hydrogen is being replaced and NO2 is there. Correct? NO2 is being replacing this hydrogen atom. See here. In this carbon again, do you have any hydrogen? No. This carbon doesn't have, because already one double bond will be there. One bond this side. 1, 2, 3. Therefore this is 4. So no more hydrogen here. When you are writing this ring means a double bond is present. Isn't it? So this is called nitration. So what do you mean by nitration? Onto the benzene, if hydrogen is being replaced with the nitro group, this reaction is called nitration. How this is happening? This is happening in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated HNO3. So this is called as nitrating mixture. So you have to remember this much first. Then second one, nitration. Then coming to the sulfonation, halogenation, right? Sulfonation. Sulfonation, again what does it indicating? It indicates that the benzene ring hydrogen is being replaced. Okay, may I write double bonds for your sake? So benzene ring hydrogens have been, this hydrogen have been replaced with sulfonic acid group. What do you mean by sulfonic acid? See, I am not disturbing the ring system. I am just replacing the hydrogen atom with SO3H group. This is called sulfonic acid group, and this can be happened in the presence of heating oleum or constant fuming sulfuric acid. We say fuming sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, one at the same, right? Oleum or fuming sulfuric acid or concentrated sulfuric acid, all one at the same. So this, when your benzene is heated in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, it will replace one of the hydrogen atom with sulfonic acid group. Then it is called as sulfonation, right? So this is called benzene sulfonic acid as the name. Its name is benzene sulfonic acid, right? Okay. The third one is halogenation. Halogenation. Halogenation means, again name itself indicating. What does it mean? It means that hydrogen is being replaced by halogen. What are the halogens? So this hydrogen is being replaced with halogen X, or may I take Cl or Br? Cl and Br are the most famous groups here to be replaced. Cl. How? If it can be bromine also. So this can be heated in the presence of chlorine and anhydrous AlCl3. This is the catalyst used, right? Benzene on heating in the presence of chlorine and anhydrous AlCl3, a catalyst, it forms chlorobenzene. This is called chlorobenzene, right? That means one of the hydrogen is being replaced with my chlorine. If I take Br2 here, I will get Br here. Okay. Halogens. Again, fluorine won't react. Okay, and anhydrous means what? Anhydrous means without water. You need to know the word's meaning when we are writing. If you don't know, please try in Google or discuss with your friends, teacher, whatever. Right? Anhydrous means having no water. Right? Then D. Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation means what? Alkyl group is going to be alkyl group is going to be added or replaced to your hydrogen. So this is your hydrogen, and this hydrogen is being replaced with the alkyl group. May I replace it with the CH3 group? And how it is being replaced? Again, I can take any alkyl halide. May I take CH3Cl, and again in the presence of same catalyst, anhydrous AlCl3. Okay, anhydrous AlCl3 catalyst is required here to get this, and the product you will get, byproduct is HCl or whatever, because this H and this Cl will go off. Here also H, one of the Cl will go off, right? Like that. Okay, so this is your methyl benzene, or I can call this one as toluene, right? Again I repeat, benzene on reaction with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it will form alkyl benzene. For example, here if I would have taken ethyl chloride, I would have get ethyl benzene, like that. Okay, then the last one, fifth one is Friedel-Crafts acylation. Acyl group means, please make a note, acyl group means COCH3. This is called acetyl. Okay, acyl group. Okay, if my benzene hydrogen is being replaced with the acyl group, then I call that reaction as, here hydrogen I am removing, I am writing COCH3. If I write COCH3 like this, or with double bonded O like these, one at the same, right? This is called acyl benzene, right? And this happens again in two conditions. One is anhydrous AlCl3 is must, but this can be happen even in the presence of here CH3 COCl. This is called acetyl chloride, acyl halide, or it can be taking place in acetic anhydride. CH3 CO taken twice O. I will tell you the reagents later when I discuss deep about this reaction. Acyl halide will give you acyl group. That means again H and Cl is going off. So your byproduct will be again, and then HCl is going out and COCH3 is coming, right? Again I repeat all the 5 reactions. Nitration, nitro group is going to be substituted. Sulfonation, sulfonic acid group is substituted. Halogenation, halogen group is substituted. Alkylation, alkyl group is substituted. Acylation, acyl group is substituted. So these 5 reactions are very, very, very important for you. First you remember what are that reaction and what is the reagent, what is the product is formed. Please make a note. Then we have to discuss full mechanism about this in the next class.